Sink.
Me, did you sink?
Oh.
Alright. Perfect.
Okay.
Alright.
3, 2, 1, Sanic.
This episode's gonna be rough.
Gotta sink fast.
Alright.
Oh, you could make anything. You could make a goatsy one if you really wanted to.
Oh, yeah. If you don't know what that is, don't look it up.
Yeah, don't.
Absolutely
Please don't.
Please don't.
But
now everyone's just looked it up already.
Well,
good job.
You know.
This is one of the times where if you say don't look something up,
like we really mean
don't.
Well, I mean,
this
like
is supposed to be an intellectual discussion. Damn it.
Please don't cross this big red line.
I might even edit that out. Yeah.
Fun times.
Alright, so let's see.
I think we can move
What
on
the different
now.
versions? Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, I almost forgot. No, I still want to talk about hilarious bullshit enemies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the criticism of the next part.
Oh, but
Actually,
no, like, I like the hilarious bullshit enemies.
Well, we're gonna do it as part of criticism.
Okay.
But actually, I need to use the bathroom.
Because it's
So I'll
hilarious.
be right back.
Alright, I'll still talk about hilarious bullshit enemies while you're gone. I mean, you're gonna edit it out, but who cares? I just like reminiscing about times of just walking through Seabed, and entering a room that is completely silent, even though enemy should have spawned by now, and just having that sinking feeling in my heart that there's a Telbiter just seconds away from plowing through everyone.
Oh. Telbiters were terrifying.
And I love that about them. They were just terrifying. Like the episode 2 Sinnoh Barrels and Zoas were annoying because they disarmed you when they hit you, but I just like the sheer terror of the Telbiter.
The Sill Dragon. Let's talk about the Sill Dragon.
Getting frozen.
Getting frozen, then getting attacked by 2 dragons at the same time, and then in later difficulties getting attacked by 3 at the same time. That with a bunch of room clearing attacks.
Oh wait, I thought that was the Gold Dragon. Was that the episode 2?
Or
yes.
Gold.
Sill Dragon is the dragon but ice from Ultimate.
Yeah, and the Gold Dragon is
Wait a second.
just
Kirby, you got something for this already.
Oh, do you mean that video?
Come on.
I'm back.
Go, just throw that into the little chat.
Yeah, let me just find that.
Yep, that's the experience.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Alright, well, I'm back, so let's get back into it.
If that section's usable, you could totally just, edit that into there.
Well, I don't know what you said, so it's weird that I didn't say anything. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I guess actually, wow, we did not discuss episode 2 or episode 4 in detail at all. Welcome to episode 1. Repeat, episode 1 of We Thought About Games. I also didn't introduce myself at the beginning, I just introduced everyone else.
Good job.
I'm Sid Bennett.
No,
Right.
now see, you just take this and you just slice it to the front of...
Oh, I'm going to put a separate clip at the beginning, because that's weird. That's not. But I'm probably going to cut this out and put it into something separate so people can know that this happened.
Yeah.
Full disclosure. Yeah, okay, so... I mean, I'm not going to really recut everything so that the structure is better because the conversations...
I was kind of mentioning about, hilarious bullshit enemies. That's what I was kind of talking about.
So it's your fault.
Well, I mean, no, it's not my. It's my fault that we have.
I'm kidding.
I know, and I like playing. I like continuing.
Okay. All right. Well, it's all right now. Yeah.
And then on ultimate mode, it's filled with orb lilies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's another thing I didn't explain. Is,
Oh yeah.
Again. Whoops.
It's
Okay,
a running
so
theme.
Yeah.
It's almost like we don't completely have a plan sentence, so.
I have an outline here, but I didn't create the subsections of the outline.
Well, you
As
see,
I
then
should have.
things keep going on and on. Anyway.
So,
I wonder who would win in a fight. Olga Flo or Olga's first form, her Prime 3's Fridley.
oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the first boss of Prime 3, so. And it's more hilarious, so I think we would actually win this.
Still fallen.
Still falling.
There's like a mystery.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You don't
Yeah.
like the
Then
answers you
in
give.
Phantasy Star Universe, you have a bunch of like really completely unlikable anime characters who have the personality of cardboard.
It's all about friendship.
Anyone could have saw this coming from a mile away because it was just, I think one of the earlier press releases was just like, we want to make a single player experience and we want to emulate anime.
Yeah, and it
And they did.
yeah
And they did.
It's a really really bad anime. The voice acting is ridiculous. All the characters look really dumb, and the protagonist is just obnoxious as hell.
Yep.
Yeah, at times it's like, oh wow, that's really understated, that line delivery. And other times, you realize he's not doing that on purpose. He just sometimes doesn't know how to deliver
Yeah,
lines with any force.
Let's
Ever.
see. Oh, what was... Yep.
And his name is Ethan Weber.
And
which is...
you have to play
What?
as Ethan Weber. You can't play as your own character until you go online. That was really dumb. No one wants to play as Ethan Weber. He's the worst.
Yeah.
Well, I guess again
Oh, and then
was that they wanted to try. They wanted to try to give a good full-fledged single-player experience, like to try to please the old fans, but no.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved how they didn't know what they were doing when they mean trying to emulate anime, because then at the end of each chapter you would get an episode preview for the next chapter, even though you're probably about to play it anyway.
Don't forget the gospel music.
Yeah.
One thing.
Yeah, that was very strange. There's like an episode that's like the light of
Yeah.
hope.
Oh, and
I mean, credit for like being the first gospel song I've heard in a video game. But I can see why they don't do this, because this is anime.
but also like each of the planets, they didn't have their own flavor. They were just like one-note stereotypes. You had the desert planet where it's desert and everyone's in the desert, and then you had
I mean, yeah, you would want multiple regals. Like, look at the diversity they got out of that setting.
Japan.
Japanese planet. It's Japan, except with elves.
Yeah.
It's Elf Japan, and then you had
The furry desert,
America.
and then America.
That's it.
America, where the robots kicked everyone out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And planted no funnel outsides everywhere.
Yeah, I mean...
Also, another thing that PSU did that PSO did right is that even though PSO reskins the enemies, they have huge differences in just behaviors and mechanics, where in Phantasy Star Universe, every single enemy, including the last boss, was a reskin.
There were always when it came to bosses, there was always the first boss that came out, and then the reskin that comes out later.
Dark Falls.
Yeah, I mean, this is a problem that was in episode 4. Like, this is the
But even then,
indicator of problems.
even then in episode 4, there were still mechanical differences with them.
Yeah.
Where in Phantasy Star Universe, the only difference, the only difference between enemies that were reskins of one another is the element of their attack.
Pretty much.
So you had things like Dark Falls was just a reskin of Deroulet, so he was a fish. And then they made Mother Brain a reskin of Dulk Fracus, and which is a name.
Yes.
And then
it is most certainly a name.
And then there was the second Dark Falls, who was also a reskin of Dulk Fracus.
So I'm not gonna cut this completely. I'm gonna put this into a different file, the bonus section, because man, we are running wild.
Phantasy Star Online 2 it's doing better about it, but I remember at the start where it getting the 11-star weapons from the EX missions required grinding for like 2 years of time.
Oh yeah. Basically,
They make the goal more obvious, but also
like,
more difficult.
there's the extreme quest will drop some little doodad items that you gotta collect, and then turn these fragments into ore, and then the ore into rocks, and then you'd get 5 rocks in order to get an actual weapon out of it. But off the bat, when they first released the quest that dropped these things, the rate of getting these things was so low that at the time it would just be impossible to get these weapons in less than a year.
And there was also things like drop rates that were 1 in 1 million. It's just like, no!
This is what you like, right?
Thankfully, they toned that down. Oh, there is one thing about PSO2 that I really hate that Phantasy Star Online did right. Mags.
Yeah.
Mags! So,
Plural
in
mags.
Phantasy Star Online 2, you get 1 mag, and you level it up by feeding it things, and you can never get another mag unless you fork out cash. So if you level your mag wrong, you can't do anything about it, and it actually costs more to reset that mag's level than to buy a new one.
It should be noted that the original Phantasy Star Universe beasts and casts had what were essentially photon blasts, and humans were just left in the dust. And that didn't freaking change until Portal 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
well, that's one thing. Like when I said, turn a mag into a gun, androids could summon satellite weapons, pretty much, and beasts could turn Hulk out.
Mm-hmm.
And
honestly, I was like, well, you have a super attack, you have a type of self-control transformation thing. What I would have thought they should have had some sort of summon system for humans to have Newmans to have something fight alongside them.
Yeah, that's what happened. Portal 2.
I thought that from what I saw, I thought those things looked a little bit more just more sub-weapons, really. I don't know. Were they?
Yeah, they basically summoned, an elemental beast that would do an elemental special attack for you.
That's an okay
Yeah,
idea.
but I mean, I just thought it would, I was just talking about actually, you hit the button, summon it, now you can continue attacking while it attacks alongside you.
That would be pretty cool.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it's been almost 4 hours, so I think that about covers it. Alright, so, did anyone have anything they want to plug?
I'd just like to shake my fist at Sega.
I think everyone does.
Yeah. if there's one issue, if you want to play Phantasy Star Online 2 and see how it turned out, get ready for internet magic. Like, not the good kind, like the kind you have to perform and didn't realize was necessary to play games in the 21st century.
Well, there, like, a lot of there's not members of the English community's gotten together and managed to wizard their way around and create magical tube paths for other people to take.
But it speaks to a, general lack of attention on Sega. Like, it's a whole game's worth of the permanent Christmas on Xbox, in that this demand or, request, desire for an English version of Phantasy Star Online 2 has been consistent and spread across years and had so much effort put in that people are going behind Sega's back. Like, they have pretty much a near-complete English translation of their game.
Uh-huh.
That, they can just not even pay anyone for it and just say, hey, it's going to be legal now. Thank you for your work. Also, you were doing this illegally, so how about you don't go to jail or something or get locked out of the game and we get your translation. Like, that's awful, but they're being awful already in a way that doesn't let you play the game in English easily.
Yeah, remember, I love that they still say they're working on.
Yeah, it's basically it's
Yeah.
pretty much just the same relationship Sega of Japan has had with Sega of America forever. Like, Sega of Japan.
Also,
is
it did
of,
come out in English.
Sega of Japan,
just not in America.
Sega of Japan is just doing their own thing, and then Sega of America is just kind of sitting on their thumbs and getting relocated and stuff.
Yep. And they basically do nothing.
And consider this, like, Phantasy Star Online came out on PC, on PS3, on the PS Vita, on Android and iPhone, iOS.
Oh, those are like some slightly...
Yeah, they're different, but
it's
the game in some... Yeah. And none of it's come out in English for Western audiences who would clamor for any version. Like, even if we only got the Android version or something, people would probably glom onto that and pay money, though probably to send a message to Sega to bring the bigger versions over.
Yeah.
Like, real talk, they could make all kind... Like, Sega's been pretty... Like, if they did a proper good Steam release, they've been pretty good with buddy-buddy with Valve and getting collaboration things going. Like, you have all the...
the Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, all the Team Fortress 2 stuff they got.
Yeah, it's included in Sega and Sonic.
Yeah, and as well as like some various stuff, tie-in products for hats as well.
Oh, Total War and things,
Yeah.
Yeah, and as a publisher, they're releasing a lot of stuff. Valkyria Chronicles
When they did the Steam, when they first made the Steam inventory system, the first two games of support were TF2 and the Sega published Spiral Knights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing, is Spiral Knights has done okay. I mean, considering you don't hear tons about it.
Yeah, like I played it for a while, but then like there was this incident at one point where that did some really, really, really bad progress gating that you pretty much had to pay money to progress in order to get enough energy to create a weapon that will let you pass the gate, the literal gate. There's like a dude standing there who's saying, "You don't have good enough weapons to go past here yet. Go back." And
yeah, and they've gone through all these growing pains on without exposing it to Western audiences and made all these changes. So if it launches on Steam, it's going to be like a pretty well realized product that people get their first exposure to.
They release it, and it's basically the same as the initial release.
Oh god.
Yeah. Isn't Southeast Asia do they have episode 2?
I know a few months ago they just got Elder.
Oh my god.
Don't you love the Southeast Asia version though?
I love being a wizard.
I just love using... God, I can't believe they named Weak Bullet that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah, I mean, just look it up. I mean, unlike Goatsy, this is... Yeah.
And let's see, what else have we got? The people who translated that version, like, completely gutted all of the item names, like Monomate and all that, was just like healing kit, larger healing kit,
Yeah.
big healing kit.
All the Phantasy Star naming.
And then
Thanks.
I think Scape Dolls was just like self-revival kit.
Kits. They're all
Yep.
kits. Which would like recontextualize that awful quest in Phantasy Star Online is like, keep eating healing kits. I love entire kits.
And-
Like, just scarf down some space Lunchables.
And, translation and lack of updates aside, they did some other really questionable things
Ooh,
with
yeah.
the
Yeah.
cash up stuff, like making costumes bind on equip.
Oh,
yeah, I
pure
mentioned
evil.
That.
Yeah,
But
character
it's
bound
like-
on equip, not account bound.
Mhm.
Character.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the management at Sega, like,
That was.
the problems that are making it not come out in the West are the problems in how they handle their releases.
Let's see, there was some other
But the
things.
pieces are
Yeah.
there.
Oh, I think they recently, like quartered the number of blocks that are on the 2 ships in the SEA version, and build it as we want to promote players to play together more.
no, it's because you don't have enough players because you've treated them like shit.
Yeah. So,
They probably just get large
Yeah.
player spikes whenever the Japanese version is in maintenance.
yeah. So, in any case, yeah. So, if you want to play a game, Phantasy Star Online 2 through channels that let you play the Japanese version in English are a great choice.
I mean, I'm probably going to say at this point, I have to say that you'd have to pretty much link Arc Slayer to the video, as much as I don't really, not 100% fond of some of their practices.
I'll include it in
but,
notes for the episode.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is about letting people play the game, not everything else.
like, it's a great set of tools that were largely unstable for a while, but now they've pretty much stabilized. I just don't.
They've gone better.
Off the record here, the person in charge of the thing kinda. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but they really like to say things in a way that makes it look like they are responsible for everything. When they really, all they're responsible is for putting it all together in one easy-to-use package.
Alright, so that's going to be the bumper for the episode at the
Yep.
beginning.
It's
Okay.
That's the same sort of self-entitled ROM hacking sort of stuff
Like-
that's been around since the mid-90s.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
before they even made their tweaker thing, they had a thread on the PSO World forums where where they called it their name, like they had their names English patch thread because
Yes.
they when confronted about it, they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was like my thread about the patch."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Also, remember how like the story patch used to include things like MLP references?
Oh, I never touched the story patch for a long time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I don't still because the person behind it is kind of a terrible person.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was like, oh, that was only there for an April Fool's reference, but disregard that it was still there 6 months later.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, I remember watching someone, like, do a test run with the April Fool's thing. They kept that in for a long time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's great! And it's great in the worst way. Oh, man. Well, but I have to still recommend using Story Patch anyway, because they just, the other night, asked to take some of the tutorial translations that I worked a little on, but had to give up on because everyone was telling me, "Oh, you're using SEA as a base?" I mean, ignore the fact that I've been playing this game for so long and know enough about it to not just straight take things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's be fair. The PSO community sucks.